Hey guys, it is Sunday, June 5th, and we figured it was update time. We don't really have like a huge, juicy, big update for you. We're back sort of in the holding pattern. The last time we saw you, when we were thinking about doing another cycle at the shitty clinic. And thank you for your comments. You wait and 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 you wait. And you get tired of waiting at some point, and I think that's just what happened to us. We knew it was a bad idea. We knew we don't like them. We know they're jerks, but somehow that desperation, that like they dangle the carrot of like you could do a cycle, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, could we do a cycle? Can we get? And you know it's bad, but you do it. So we did not do the cycle, but it ended up sort of reinforcing the decision because I called them on the Monday to report in for my day one, and then I recorded that video being like, what do we do? And then we decided not to, but they were supposed to call me back on Tuesday because I had said I have some questions. Can we chat before I write you the world's largest check? And they never called. Tuesday they didn't call, Wednesday they didn't call, Thursday they didn't call, and then Friday we were going out of town for the weekend, and they called like 6 times in a row, but we were in like a weird reception area, so every time we pick up, it'd hang up on them. And we finally managed to connect, and we said, we're sorry, we had a bit of a personal emergency. We were expecting to hear from you earlier in the week so that we could let you know, but we didn't. We're not going to be able to move forward with the cycle. We'll call you back if and when we are. We don't want to burn the bridges too bad. I mean, we do desperately, but we don't want to too badly in case we have to go back, because if Dr. Laskin says, you know what, they're crummy, they're not very nice, but medically they're doing what we would do, it's certainly easier to do IVF in market and stay at your house and not pay for a hotel. So we don't want to burn the bridge too badly, but we get back to work on Monday, and Ian checks his voicemail, and this lady's nurse, this like super crotchety million-year-old nurse, has left a voicemail for him that's like, hello, Mr. So-and-so. You can like hear her wagging her finger at him over the phone. We have left your wife a number of messages, and she hasn't gotten back to us. She doesn't mention that number of messages happened within a 20-minute period that afternoon, but neither here nor there, I guess. We haven't heard back from her, and if she thinks that she's going to start this cycle before she pays, she needs to write us a check, and this is not acceptable. And so she goes on for like a couple of minutes, and Ian gets this message, and he's horrified, and he's right. Like, who does she think she's talking to? This is my husband. You're not calling my mom. You're not getting me in trouble because I didn't submit my homework. Like, you're a business. You were meant to call me back, and you didn't, so I didn't give you my money. Like, you're pretty quick to call me back 1,000,000 times in a day when you want me to write you a check. Not that quick to call me back when I have a freaking question for you. Anyway, a little bit frustrated. But I guess, you know what, it solidifies the decision. It solidifies the decision about why we did not go for a last-ditch cycle. So thank you for talking some sense into us, because apparently we needed it. What else is happening? There's not a ton of infertility-related updates right now. My endo is going crazy. I've got this, like, I don't know, man. It doesn't feel promising. On my left side, by sort of a couple inches in from my hip, where my left ovary was last situated, it burns kind of all the time. And if you put pressure on my stomach, it's really uncomfortable, and that doesn't really go away. It's heinously painful during my cycle, but now sort of outside of my cycle, the pelvic pain is sneaking in, which is what happened and led us to getting a diagnosis in the first place. So I really don't want everything to attach. Little dog is barking. Will you let the dog in? Right behind you, right behind the camera, is a patio door that goes into our backyard, and the puppy is out playing like in the mud, getting really dirty. Anyway, it's what led us to getting a diagnosis, was that sort of constant pelvic pain. That was one of the things. So I'm worried that it means things are attaching to things, and I'm gonna need another surgery to detach things before we can do another cycle, and it takes a long time. It all takes a long time. What else can I tell you? So we inherited a trailer like a camping trailer. Ian's dad passed away last year, sort of really suddenly, and his parents had this really sweet, awesome little camping trailer. And what was his mom going to do with it on her own? So we inherited this trailer. And we don't have a truck, and as you can imagine, we're currently not in a financial position to purchase a new truck, simply so that we can go camping. So we found a spot to park this trailer at like a campsite, and we're now trailer people. And it's fun. Like it's a cool little experience. I mean, it's a trailer park. Let's be honest, but it's kind of neat. You know, the people around. Like we're campers. Like we're camping people. Like, you know, tents and canoes, and this is a very different world. Our trailer has like a queen size memory foam mattress and a gas range in it. So like you are not roughing it. But I felt quite good about our camper. It's kind of whatever. Can you say a trailer is sexy? It's a sexy little trailer. Until we got to this freaking trailer park. And like, mind you, we're the youngest people there by at bare minimum 15 years. But like the other trailers, like the people in front of us have a glass enclosed walk-in shower, a TV that like retracts back into the wall, and like a painting flips over it for when you're not watching TV, and like hardwood. They have hardwood in their trailer. I'm like, I've got laminate floors. So yeah, we're the sad neighbors. Like these people have built decks around their trailers and have like professional landscapers come in. I brought in like the 2 for $10 hanging garden baskets and was like, ta-da! Yeah, but it's really funny. Where we're situated is sort of behind kitty corner to the trailer park gossips. So when we got there for the first weekend, Lana and Paul, they're actually quite nice, but they know everything about everybody, about everything. Like I'd taken the dog for a walk and I came back and she said, oh, how did your walk go? I said, oh, we met the couple, over there with the brown dog. Oh, that's so-and-so and so-and-so. Their son is a doctor and he blah, 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 blah. And it's like, oh, and the people in the red trailer, they seem quite nice. Oh, yes, he used to come with his wife and then all of a sudden he started coming with her and blah, 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 blah. And so-and-so's son is this and her daughter. And it's like, oh my God, I have to be careful what I tell you, Lana and Paul. So they're very nice, but they know some things. But yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit bitter, probably. My tolerance, and maybe this has happened to some, I'm hoping this has happened to some of you and it's not just me. We watch each other, we watch each other's videos, and it's why we do this. It's nice, and everybody is so positive and so awesome all of the time, and I love it. I love that you guys are able to do that, but I'm getting bitter. Like I'm one pregnancy announcement away from just going totally insane, I think. When we first started, it was not as painfully obvious as it is now, but all of our friends now who would like to have children, 99.9% of them have children. We're in the place where our friends are now having second and third kids. They're having that oops baby at the end when they thought they were done. Like, we're not only getting lapped, they have finished the race and are having cocktails, and we haven't even started. And it's frustrating, My Facebook feed is like a constant source of ouch at all times. My ex-boyfriend of a million years ago, and I'm very happy for them, but he's like 42 and she's got to be 40, and they own a bar and they smoke and they drink and they don't take care of themselves and they live like the least healthy lifestyle. And I'm over here having smoothies for breakfast and dinner. I haven't had a caffeinated cup of tea in like a year, let alone a freaking cocktail, and yet they get a baby. Like I'm starting to be a little and I can tell because I'm sitting and talking to our new trailer park friends. And of course it comes up, oh, do you have kids? And we need to know, and we're trying, right? We're trying not to be weird about it. Like, no, this is not a shameful thing. This is not we are undergoing some fertility treatments. Actually, we're trying to have kids. We're working on it. And we get the tried and true, I've heard it's really important for you to relax. Is it, Lana? Is it important? Is that a key component for my ovaries? Is it my fallopian tubes that are feeling stressed? Would a good cab sauve and some yoga make it better for them? I can't. And I used to have the rote response. I used to have the really kind, really nice, thank you, we'll make sure to bring that to our doctors. I'm sure it worked for your cousin's blah blah, someone's something. But I can't anymore. I just can't. And I know it makes people uncomfortable because I watch them make the face as soon as I say it, but I cannot. You know, it's like, no, actually, I had surgery to take my fallopian tubes out a few months ago, so I am truly unable. The only way we will ever be able to get pregnant, if we're lucky, is through IVF. So thank you very much. I'm glad that worked for your somebody. But for us, this is the reality. And I'm still nice about it. Like, I'm not going to, like, start punching people, though. I'm not going to promise I'm not going to start punching people, but at this moment, I'm not punching people. But it just, relax, really? That's your big suggestion? That's your super helpful, like, don't do that. Don't do that to people. If you're watching this because somebody you know is having trouble getting pregnant, or if you're watching this because you're bored and you stumbled across it, if this happens to you, don't ever say that to someone. It's a really unkind, patronizing, dumb thing to say. Okay. See, I told you I was getting bitter. I can't help myself. Other than that, things are good. We're going away every weekend, which is really nice because we have this little trailer and like we've already paid for it. We paid our fees. So like all we do is pick up some groceries and pick up the dog and off we go. It's awesome. It's a really nice little escape. We're waiting for June 15th. We'll take you with us. We'll all take a road trip to Toronto and see what happens. What else? What else have I got? Oh, this happened. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this. Look at what I did. I don't know if you can actually see it. I'm so sunburned. Everything, like everything touching me kind of hurts. I'm a lobster. But it was nice. It's, you know what? We get outside and we play with the dog and we're not here and we're not thinking about stuff and it's really, when we're not talking to Lana, it's really good. Anyway, I hope your cycles are good. We'll keep you posted in the next week and a half and we'll take you with us. We'll go on a road trip and see what happens. And yeah, thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully we'll get back to the juicy stuff soon. Take care.